You know that dead car battery on a frozen morning? It might be more than just an inconvenience. It could actually be a ticking time bomb. Today, we're going to uncover a hidden danger that every single driver in a cold climate really needs to understand. Oh, we've all been there, right? You trudge out to your car on one of those mornings where the air just hurts your face. You turn the key and nothing, just that hollow click. Your first instinct is to get it started no matter what it takes. But hold on, because that instinct could be a huge mistake. In fact, that first instinct could be a catastrophic mistake. So before you even think about reaching for jumper cables or a portable charger, I need you to do one thing. Just stop. Put the cables down. What seems like a simple dead battery could actually be a frozen block of ice and acid. And trying to pump electricity into that? Well, that's where things get really dangerous. Let's break down exactly why. And listen, I'm not exaggerating here. When you try to charge a frozen battery, you are literally creating the perfect conditions for an explosion. It's a terrifying bit of chemistry, and the results, well, they can be catastrophic. Let's actually look at what's happening inside that little plastic box. So, how does this happen? Why do these batteries explode? The answer is in a simple but really crucial misunderstanding. You see, it's not just the cold that's the problem, it's what's happening inside the battery before it even freezes. Okay, so here's the key. A healthy, fully charged battery is mostly sulfuric acid. It won't freeze until it hits an insane minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit. But a dead battery, that's almost all just plain water. And we all know when water freezes, right? 32 degrees. So here's the takeaway. Your battery didn't freeze because it was cold. It froze because it was already dead. And this is how it all goes wrong. The moment you connect a charger, you start creating flammable hydrogen gas. But here's the problem. The ice has blocked the battery's vents, turning the whole thing into a pressure cooker. At the same time, that expanding ice is literally crushing the delicate lead plates inside, which can cause them to touch and create an internal spark. So what do you have? A spark inside a sealed box full of pressurized flammable gas. That's how you get an explosion. So, how do you stay safe? It's easy, and it only takes about 30 seconds. Before you even think about touching any cables, you have to do a quick inspection. And trust me, this is the most important part of this whole explainer. This right here is the #1 red flag: swollen sides. A battery case should be perfectly flat. If you see it bulging or bowed out, even a little bit, that means the ice has already expanded and crushed the insides. It's game over. The battery is toast. Do not even think about trying to charge it. All right, here's your super simple 3-step inspection. First, like we said, check for those swollen sides. If it's flat, great. Now look for any visible frost or ice on the battery itself. And finally, give it a gentle rock. Can you hear liquid sloshing around in there? Or does it just feel like one solid heavy brick? Now, if the case is perfectly flat, but you suspect it's frozen solid, you might, and I mean might, be able to save it. But this has to be a slow and careful process. You absolutely cannot rush it. So here's exactly what you do. First, carefully bring the battery inside to a safe, temperature-controlled spot, like a garage or maybe a utility sink. Second, you just have to wait. Let it thaw naturally at room temperature. And please do not use a heat gun or a hairdryer to speed things up. And third, once you think it's thawed, inspect it all over again for any new swelling or leaks. And when I say wait, I really mean it. It can take a full 24 to 48 hours for the core of the battery to thaw completely. The outside might feel warm to the touch way sooner, but the inside could still be a solid block of ice. And trying to charge it with a frozen core is still a recipe for disaster. Only after it has fully thawed and you've given it another clean inspection should you even try to charge it. And when you do, use a smart charger on a really low setting. While it's charging, keep an eye on it. If that case starts to get hot, unplug it immediately. That's a huge warning sign of a serious internal problem. Look, sometimes you just have to cut your losses. A frozen battery is a damaged battery, plain and simple. Trying to save a few bucks can be a really risky gamble. So let's talk about when you just need to call it quits. All right, here's your final checklist. Is the battery more than 3 years old? Just replace it. Do you see any bulging at all, before or after thawing? Replace it. It won't hold a charge above 12.4 volts? Yep, replace it. You smell that rotten egg, sulfur smell while it's charging? Definitely replace it. And of course, if you see any cracks or leaks, you know the drill. Replace it. And here's the hard truth you need to accept. Even if you manage to save it, that battery is on borrowed time. The damage from freezing is permanent. Its lifespan has been cut in half, at least. So it's not a matter of if it will fail you again, but when. It might get you started today, but it could leave you stranded again tomorrow. So it all comes down to this one simple question. Is a $150 battery really worth risking your safety over? I think the answer is pretty obvious. When in doubt, just replace it. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. So please stay safe out there and always remember, inspect before you connect.